Bandejas. We'll begin with a few questions from the media. Connor, your line is now live.
Hey, Ricky, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. Thanks for asking. Just if you look at your time in Bellator so far, I mean, your only losses come to guys that are either rumored to fight for the title, hold the title, or lost that title. So what do you feel like, where do you feel like you kind of stand in this division currently?
It looks like we get so close, and every time to make the next step, level up, we seem to be losing. So I'm hoping Thursday we get the win and we come full circle and redeem all those losses.
Yeah. And Bellator obviously just added Brett Johns, and you add that to the guys are already there. Obviously Gallagher had a win last weekend, but you have Archuleta, Mix, Pettis, the guys I mentioned before. How do you feel like the Bellator bantamweight division kind of compares to some of the other bantamweight divisions out there?
I think it's stacked, man. They signed so many prospects and so many guys for the last year or two, and guys with 0 losses, 1 loss, and I can't wait to mix it up with all of them and see where I stand.
Steve Jewin.
All right, Ricky, thank you for the time as always. Sergio Pettis has already been mentioned, and is that a fight that you want to get back at some point?
Absolutely. Him, Archuleta, and Mix, I'd love to get back in there and redeem those losses.
Do you feel like you might have an edge against Archuleta in a title shot, knowing that you've already had some experience with him?
Yeah, I think it helps. He fights different. His style is not easily matched with all his movements. So I think next time it would help a little bit more getting in there.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris? Chris, your line is now live. All right, we'll move on to Donna here.
Hi, Ricky. How's it
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, well, we just lost Chris. We'll get back to him in a minute. But hey, Ricky, Donna Corby here. I just wanted to ask, Leandro Ego is an interesting one. I mean, you fought people who most pundits would say are quote unquote better. I mean, but he's certainly one of the trickier opponents you've faced. What exactly are you expecting going into the cage with him on Thursday?
He seems to be more of a veteran. He has a lot of fights. He's been in there with the best. Just a tough fight, don't give him any opportunities to take, and just go out there and fight hard.
Obviously, there are things that get in the way of making certain matchups. Do you think that eventually this matchup with Brian Moore that's been talked about is going to happen for you regardless of the result this week?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I know he's up to, I think he won his last fight. I know he's up to fighting. I'm down to fight, granted circumstances and just the way Bellator, worked out. I'm sure me and him will mix it up.
What did you think of James Gallagher's performance the other week?
He did good, man. He went out there in a fight that people questioned him on, and he actually finished the guy. So good for him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go back to Chris here. Chris?
Hi, Ricky. Thanks for the time today.
Thank you. How you doing?
Pretty good. So my first question for you is, bantamweight is like a real Shark Tank right now. We have Brett Johns. We have all these other guys, Sergio Pettis, as you fought in your last fight. But out of all of your other fight, or out of all the fights in the bantamweight division, who's the toughest fight, the Shark Tank that is the bantamweight division?
You mean that I fought or that is in the division?
Oh, that is in the division.
There's a lot of guys, like you said, Brett Johns. There's a Rafian Stouts, there's the guy Josh Hill, guys with great records. They haven't really lost much, so you got to put them at the top.
Carlos? Carlos, your line is now live. All right, we'll move on to Jay Anderson. Jay, your line is live.
Hey, thanks very much. And Ricky, just a quick one for me. I mean, Leandro has been talking about how he actually wanted to fight James Gallagher. He had a fight with him that fell through, and that's a guy you beat. Do you feel that he's overlooking at you all heading into this?
I don't know. I don't put much thought in it. If he is, that's his mistake, and we'll find out Thursday.
Fair enough. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Giancarlo, your line is now live.
Hi, Ricky. You fought under these circumstances with no fans back in July in your last fight. What was that experience like? Did you notice anything different in the way you performed, or was it like mental preparation?
I didn't think it was, going to be an issue or change anything, but you definitely just have to dig deep, hit the switch yourself more. You don't have the crowd to pump you up, or it kind of feels like a sparring session. So this fight, I'm really planning on, understanding that.
And does that give you like some sort of advantage? Like you're coming into this, you already have a feel for things of how it was. Do you think that will serve you better in this fight?
It depends on the person, he might just show up and be a gamer. A lot of fighters don't seem to have a problem with it. So that depends on him.
Santiago.
Ricky, greetings from Amsterdam. You have already been to Europe and beat France and Lambo there. Did you like it here? And are we going to see you fight here more in the future?
I'm sorry? Can you repeat the question?
Yes, so you have already been to Europe and beat France and Lambo here. Did you like it in Europe? And are we going to see you fight more often in the future here?
Yeah, I would love to, granted, I think they had a couple shows, but the whole Corona thing happened. So I hope to in the future to get out there and mix it up.
Good luck on fight night, sir.
Thank you.
Lenny, your line is now live.
How's it going, Ricky? How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good. So someone just mentioned Corona, and it came to my mind. How has it been like training with Corona? Is that kind of restrict you in any way?
Last camp a little bit, because it was fresh, but now America Top Team, they have a good system running, and they're doing real well, allowing all the fighters to mix it up and get in there.
Yeah, that's perfect. Just one more for me. So Bellator have made a lot of signings. Someone kind of said this earlier, Brett Johns, he's now a new talent in your division. What do you make of him, and what do you think he can do in the division?
What Brett Johns can do?
Yes.
I think he can do real well. I believe he only has a loss or so.
2 losses, yeah.
I think he's going to do, mix up well with everybody.
Brilliant. Thank you. Good luck this Thursday.
Thank you.
We'll take a few more questions here. Ben Allen.
Hi, Ricky. So we've spoken about potentially facing Brian Moore down the line, which would be a hell of a firefight. And after already claiming the scouts of James Gallagher and Franz Malambo, do you take any particular pleasure in breaking Irish hearts over at SPG?
Nothing personal. I do like to see, the feedback online. It seems like a lot of people enjoy me beating up the SPG guys. So if that's what they want to see, that's what, I'll give them.
And obviously, James Gallagher's still got a big name since you beat him, and he's picked up a few good wins since, got a bit of a buzz around him. Would you be interested in granting him the opportunity to get that one back, or have you moved past that matchup?
I'm sorry?
With Gallagher, James Gallagher getting a few good wins since your fight, would you be interested in a rematch with him at any point?
Yeah, absolutely. I would, if that's what Bellator wants, if he wants to mix it up, I have no problem getting out there and doing it.
Just one more from me. I've seen from your Instagram you're going to become a father again to another little girl. Why is it that all these stone cold killers always seem to just produce girls?
I don't know, man, but I wouldn't mind, 4 girls, that's a lot.
Luis Morales.
Hi, you're facing an experienced fighter in Leandro Igo, a former Ultimate Fighter contestant. He was the LFA champion. What do you feel is the biggest challenge of facing Leandro?
He looks like he's calm when he fights, and he can finish the fight anywhere on the feet or on the ground. So you just can't give him, make a mistake for him to capitalize on.
You're expecting a win, obviously, not rushing that. So what would be next for you with that win?
Anything, whatever, one of the top guys. I see they sign all these guys, top prospects, and Bellator, the bantamweight division's got a lot of them. So anybody.
We have time for just a couple more here. Trevor, go ahead.
Hey, Ricky, just looking into this whole pandemic and what's gone on, is there any takeaways you get, or has anything changed during this pandemic?
No, nothing really changed. Just the fact you don't fight in front of the crowd. Other than that, training and everything's been going like normal.
And do you feel that the crowd is momentum for you at all, or no? You don't look at it like that. Is it just you're putting your game plan into practice?
I thought before it wouldn't have an effect or play into my game, but after last fight, I realized it definitely gives me a boost.
Our final question comes from the line of Carlos Ortiz. Go ahead, Carlos.
How has your training changed since coming from Jersey to Florida?
A lot more coaches, for brains to pick, a lot more guys to mix it up. You have all kinds of styles. So just the diversity is a lot more than Jersey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much for the time, Ricky.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.